Hello, Casey Wilson, owner of Roseville Strength and Conditioning and one of your co-hosts of the Do or Do Not podcast. And this
is Brad, who has a solid voice today.
Hey, my voice is sexy.
Yeah, it's tough to make me cry with this voice.
Rough. My voice is a little messed up. I have a little bit of I don't even know. I think I've been fighting off a head cold for like 3 or 4 days. Kids,
COVID.
And it's not COVID. It's like a weird little head cold thing that the kids all went through. My stepdaughter and one of my stepsons both had it, brought it with them. So now my wife and I are both fighting it off. She doesn't sound like she's doing too good today. I'm physically fine. My throat's just really sore and a little nasally. So if my voice breaks when I get animated talking about something like Kathleen Kennedy still being part of Disney, Lucasfilms, then possibly. But I'm trying to gut it out because we had no other time. We just have had a hard time getting
the holidays done. And
this week,
some of us are married.
This is literally the only day I can do it. And since I got married, it's definitely busier. And I had all the decorating. I did 20-something hours of decorating last week during the holidays. So I got all the Christmas decorations are up.
Can't wait to take my kid through it.
All done. I still have to film my video for this year, but I haven't filmed it yet. But there's a couple wire-framed deers that I still have to rewire.
Come on.
4 of the 5, or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 of the 4. The freaking lights were bad on. I had to cut all the lights off, and I rewired one. But it takes like 45 minutes to rewire them because you have to go along the wire frame and along. You have to get it like all perfectly covered on there to have it look good. So,
and for those who don't know, he's under a lot of pressure because my son, Sweet Maddox, all autism and all amongst as many things, is obsessed with your decorations because you have like actual fake snow, like a white tarp, and he, since he was about 4 or 5, is just literally, we go by your house every single day, and now it's kind of far out of our way. Doesn't matter. Every day we will go by and we will drive slow. I'm sure your neighbors think we're casing your house for like drive-bys, but
I have a little spot where you can take a picture.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
We'll have to at night because I'm usually out at the other house, the wife's house.
All this wife talk.
But now, there'll be times where we're staying tonight there. So I'll let you know we're staying, and he can bring them on.
Let him run through.
Well, not run through it. I don't need him knocking all the decorations.
Do some Spartan throws.
But there's a spot he can take a picture and kind of walk behind some of the stuff and walk through it. So
he's obsessed.
Yes. So it's my favorite time of year, Christmas time. So I'm liking it. Thanksgiving was great. Had great food. Caught up with a lot of family members. Went out and did some shooting of guns. My wife's first time shooting a handgun and in a semi-automatic rifle.
Yes, I was looking through your Instagram pictures, and you definitely had the look of like a dad of like, don't kill anybody, son. Kind of look.
When I was demonstrating him,
you were showing like, all right.
He was shooting my sister's handgun. Yeah, like I'm not a gun person. I'm not a gun nut. I like guns, and I own some, but mostly for hunting. And I haven't hunted for years, so they just kind of sit there. But my brother-in-law and my stepdad both like to shoot and have a lot of guns, and my sister too. Yeah. But my brother-in-law, who just retired a couple of years ago from law enforcement, he has a lot of guns. So we had like 5 or 6 different pistols to shoot from, 4 or 5 different ARs and high-powered rifles to shoot from. So ARs aren't really high-powered rifles; they're just like pop, 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 pop. But he had like a few others, so it was cool. I think I found the next gun I'm going to buy though. So I like
what gun? What's
that? Like a 5.75. It's like a bullet that looks like a rifle bullet.
Yeah,
it's in a handgun. Actually
could take a zombie from the neck up.
It can go through a bulletproof vest, but they're legal, and it shoots like a 22 almost. I mean, there's hardly any recoil action on it. It's just like I was real accurate with the first time I shot high. The second time I shot, I eviscerated the middle of it. So I realized I was shooting high. So I readjusted a little bit how I was sighting it in. I was dropping some good patterns after that. All of them were good patterns. Just one of them was way high.
Yeah.
And then my patterns were good. So Thanksgiving was great. Now we're into the holiday. I swear I have like 3 or 4 Christmas things coming up, which I normally would not do, but being married.
You're a married man now.
I was like, hey, we're having a Christmas thing for the Bible study, and it's an end of the Bible study Christmas party with trivia and then all these different things.
And
I'm
yet
like,
somehow
I just like to enjoy the holidays, sit on my butt. But when I go to these things, I always have fun. So I'm just like, all right, I like being with my wife, so it's fun.
I'm waiting for my invitations in the mail for some of these parties.
These aren't parties that I'm throwing. I'm telling you that. You know what I did? I used to like invite all my clients over and friends over to my house for a number of years.
Yeah.
But just everybody had other Christmas parties to go to. There was like, oh, I can't, or I'll stop by for a couple minutes. And then there was just never like a group there. I was hoping to get like, have like a fun, group of clients. And then I just like stopped doing it because you just could never. Oh, everybody had other Christmas parties,
Me, Matt, and the gang will show up. You just
maybe next year, like when my decorations are not at the place they're currently at. They're to be at a new location, and it's out there where nobody can see them really. So,
all right, look, see, I thought about this when I saw you shooting your guns. We need to make the apocalypse pack right now, okay?
Yeah.
I have enough food for a family of 10 for a year in my house. You have the guns and the land. In case everything goes to
some food too.
In case it all goes to shit, I will bring my arsenal because my dad died and we split up his. He was a Marine and a police officer, and we took all of his guns. No idea how to use them, load them, point them, or anything. I'll take my food and my things. We'll meet you at the ranch. We have enough 3,000 calories per person.
If shit hits the fan, we won't be staying in the Penryn Ranch. We'll be heading up to my family. Where we're shooting out there.
We'll meet there, and then we'll all go as a group.
Go an hour north, but there's much more land up there than the 4.5 acres out in Penryn.
My mom is a huge doomsday prepper, and she has made us survival packs. We have drinking straws. We're going to put them in water. We have satellite phones. We have go bags filled with all kinds of stuff. We have iodine pills. We have, you name it, pills that you drink, put in water to shake it.
Shit goes to that bad. Like if there's nuclear war or something, I'm like, I just hope I die at the start. But if I don't,
we thought about that.
Like, in that situation, there's no rules anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you want to see a vicious, nasty Casey. It's like you take the rules off humanity where there's no it's like death or in or survival.
See, this is why
I'll steal all of Brad's food while he's laying on the ground with his neck slit open.
Yeah. Well, my other plan, I don't think he's teasing.
Well, if it was me or you,
I got another guy I'm trying to get into our survival thing, and I told him about you. His name is Peter. He's Russian. Now, this guy can build anything with anything. He is a true MacGyver. Like, all right.
Honestly, if you're really going to try to survive, you got to get people together.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get my tribe.
You can also get people together. It just becomes a gang, and you go out and you take care of all the people like Brad that's trying to survive.
All the soft guys like me.
And you steal everything from them, and build your power and your horde and become a warlord, the Northern California warlord.
Yeah. You have me with like a dog collar on and you're walking around.
This is my former podcast partner, Brad.
Told you. Make the mics work better.
You did it. Now that's it.
All right. So that's a no. All right. I tried.
So Christmas is coming. I'm pretty much done. I got a few Christmas shopping things to do, but I'm ready. I'm good to go. Life's good. A little under the weather. This guy just got done doing his first ever Spartan Super.
Spartan Super.
And tell everybody how you liked it.
All right. Well, first I just got to say, now I went into this Super probably at my worst prepared I've ever done. I'd lost a lot of weight unhealthily through my colitis and stress and some other stuff. I had skin cancer taken out. You know, so I was going in there thinking, like, I just gotta finish. And then we had my friend Matt, who is also a podcast listener. Shout out, Matt. And he was like, I haven't run. I'm just going to have you do all the things for me. I'm just going to try to keep pace with you. I'm like, all right, I'll be your strong man. And we get there, and Matt just smoked everybody. And
you guys finished at the same time.
Yeah, but he had to wait for me a couple times.
Well, that's all right. I've waited for people every race.
That race was hard. It was hard. I mean, there was a couple times where like my heart rate was like 200, and I'm like, I think I'm going to pass out. I'm just going to have to stop here for a second.
When you told me that, I was like, Jesus, dude, what's it? 200?
Yeah, it was like 198, 199. And but hey, we did it. I was extremely proud. I was telling Casey there was like 2,600 participants in the open part. And out of the 2,600 people, only 78 were over the age of 50 that did that section, men and women. And both Matt and I were part of that 78. And me and him came in 36 and 37 of the 78. And
what was your time?
2 hours, 11 minutes, which I was feeling pretty good about until you told me you do it in typically an hour and 45.
No, dude, hour 45. I did an hour and 18 last year.
Oh, hour and 18. Now, that's what we do the 5K in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can do the 5K in like, I know that one I could have done easily in under 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure. But, you know, we're surrounded by young people, and half of them had never done it before. They say go, and you have this really long jogging thing you do before you really start getting into the trails.
Yeah.
And everyone's sprinting out, and they're flying by Matt and I, and we're just kind of going our pace. And then we just started reeling them in, you know, at the obstacle 10. They're dying, and me and Matt are just plodding away. It was fun. I don't think I can go back down to 5 after this. Like, I really want to do another 10 or a beast. That is like the goal. You just got to keep going up.
I like it. Like, you want to keep moving. Like, I've done 3 beasts, and this year I just said I'm just done doing Spartan races for multiple reasons.
Well, you've done how many of them?
Like 14.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But the 3 beasts I did, I actually enjoy that. They're brutal. They're half marathon, but also it was like actually more than that back in the early days. Like in 2019, they didn't have it set up as more of a regulated distance. Mm-hmm. They would just tell you, oh, it's anywhere from 14 to 16 miles. And it was like 16.8 miles at the World Championships in 2019. Yeah. And I was like, that's the longest I ever did it. Like, I literally half marathon. I'm okay at running. Yeah. But I hate running. Yeah. So I only run when I'm preparing for something like this. Like, I'm preparing our High Rocks now. And unfortunately, I haven't been running enough, but hopefully I'll get back on track now that I don't have to Christmas decorate. My back isn't jacked up from climbing around on roofs and ladders.
Well, see, you're getting old.
Now I'm sick, like trying to fight off whatever.
Marriage makes you soft. It's okay.
So I got to get back to the running. I worked out the last 2 days, even though I wasn't feeling that great, because physically I feel fine. I feel strong. Yeah. I got good workouts in. I just, right here is just jacked. So the beasts are a lot of fun, and they're a big challenge because most of them are up in the hills, mountains, and there's a lot of incline. So when you think of doing like 13, 14 miles, you go, oh, well, that's a half marathon. This is the distance. Well, you're also probably going to do over 4,000 feet in elevation gain. So there's a lot of this.
Plus penalty loops.
It is not like a half marathon in the normal sense. You do a lot of incline. So I really enjoy those. Those are very challenging. And you really have to prepare for them. So I like those. I would tell you to do it. But I think I'm done doing Spartan races just because, honestly, there's no real regulation of them anymore. There's nobody holding anybody accountable on the course. No. Even the competitive people, I I was out for 2 age group races. They're like, oh, there's cameras. You got to do, if you fail something, or you got to do the penalty loop, or you got to do these things. There's no cameras anywhere. I'm not blind. They're just like buffaloing us, and then the open races, there's people that they'll throw the spear 5 times in front of you.
Oh yeah.
They fail something and they just keep going. They don't do the penalty loop. So, I mean, if you're out there and nobody cares about the rules, you don't really have a race anymore.
No, you're not racing against anybody on an open.
And it used to be 30 burpees for every failure, and they dumbed it down to these penalty loops. And that's when I started going, oh, Spartan's trying to appeal to a larger mass, and they're trying to make it less hard. And that's when you lose the people like me when they go, let's make it soft. Because this is the first Sacramento race I have not done since 2018. And I just had no desire. I was registered. I paid for it and stuff. I didn't want to go. I just said, nope, screw that. I'm focused on the high rocks.
When you lose Mr. Spartan, as you can tell in his watering cup, he's all Spartan.
Yeah, I love Spartan. I've loved Spartan race. I just don't find it to be appealing for me to do anymore. Yeah. I still encourage people to do it. And I'm doing DecaFit, which is a subsidiary of Spartan, which is like High Rocks. I'm doing High Rocks February 1st, and then I'm doing the DecaFit in May 3rd. So those are the only 2 things I have next year, but I have to stay in good shape. I have to get in better shape than I am right now for doing High Rocks. High Rocks is 8 exercises with 0.61 mile runs in between, 0.62. So that's brutal, and it'll be really tough, and I'm doing mixed doubles with that one. And then DecaFit's just 10 exercises with 0.3 mile runs in between. So then it's a lot of, you have to run, do an exercise, and it is tough. And I'm trying to beat my time from 2 years ago by 10 minutes. Okay. That's my goal. And I think I'll be able to do, especially because I've done a High Rocks.
You would have been.
High Rocks is going to be hard. High Rocks, I'm going to Vegas and doing that one. So it'll be fun. Those are the things coming up, but I'm glad you did the 10K.
We did.
Good one. I'm glad you guys both survived, although he didn't come in to get another workout in for over a week. So.
Yes, I paid the price.
I did back-to-backs.
I know.
In Sacramento for like 2 years in a row.
I know. We were talking about that, how you would be like, all right, let's go back to the 5K tomorrow. No. Both Matt and I were like, we're done.
Yeah. No, I always felt better the next day because you got the long one out of the way. Then you go out, but I'm with the team, so I'm not trying to run fast. But I would always be like, I feel great, man. I want to go. I want to go
back into that lake.
I want to see how fast I can do it. But, I wasn't able to because when I do a team, I stay with the slowest people on the team and make sure they get through. So,
I know.
So this guy is usually one of them.
I am.
But not quite as slow as Barbara and Ashley, but not that fast.
Or Cindy.
Cindy would always take a little bit longer. So she improved, though, on the stadium race.
Yeah.
She did better that second time. All right, so let's talk a little Star Wars.
Oof. All right, let's hear your squeaky voice. So we're talking about how much we love Kathleen Kennedy and how excited you are.
If Disney and Lucasfilm, Disney Star Wars does not get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, I am not watching like the Skeleton Crew came out. Normally, I would jump on that and watch it. I'm not watching. It's really hard because when anything new Star Wars, I really want to watch it. So Skeleton Crew comes out and I'm like, man, I really want to watch it. But I'm like, it's just more Disney Star Wars bullshit that Kathleen Kennedy greenlit, and Dave Filoni wasn't, and is he any better than Kathleen Kennedy at this point? I don't know, because he seems to be lockstep with her. So I'm not. I think Disney Star Wars has been crap ever since they bought it. They've had a few good things, a few things that are acceptable, like The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Rebels, I really liked Rebels a lot, and I liked Ahsoka. Okay, they could have done it better. I love Grand Admiral Thrawn is my favorite non-force using character.
Yeah,
and out of all the books, because I've read almost all the books, I'll give a little update on that. But I am disgusted with this new. Okay, so they're getting rid of the Rey movie. When I was like excited,
I
was like, Yes, because everybody said they took a Rey movie off they took a Star Wars movie off the slate for December of 2026. Yes. And everybody knew that was the Rey movie. So they go, they're shit canning that thing.
Yes.
But then they announced that Simon Kinberg, I think is his name, is going to be doing a new trilogy, and they're going to get rid of they're not going to address the old characters. They're going to get rid of the Skywalker part of the saga. Which, how can you go forward in the future without the Skywalkers? If you were to read the books, you piece of shits at Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, lick my bunghole. If you read the books, you have so much amazing source material to go through that expands on and creates a whole universe with the Skywalkers and Ben Skywalker, Mara Jade,
print that money,
Leia, Princess Leia and Han and their kids, and the turns that go with them. And then all the other Force users they bring in. You could create this amazing universe. But let's have, what do you say, does the X-Men?
I think he wrote the X-Men. He's hit or miss. He's not like...
You bring some guy in, he's not a Star Wars guy, but maybe he's really talented. I'll hold judgment on him. I won't watch that trilogy, though, unless Kathleen Kennedy is not a part of it. If Kathleen, right now they're announcing Simon Kinberg, executive producer Kathleen Kennedy, she's involved with these 3 trilogies. Guess what? If she's involved with them, I'm not going to the movie theater. I'm not watching them. I'm not putting any effort into it. I refuse to watch any more of their bullshit. I would cancel Disney if it wasn't for the animated stuff that my granddaughter watches.
Yeah.
Who just started walking. We got video of her walking last night. We've seen her. She's taken 3 to 5 steps, and we've seen her take them. Last night, she went for a stroll, and my daughter caught it on camera.
3 years from now, she'll be doing DecaFit with you.
I showed Brad the video. She did better squats than Brad. She squatted down to pick a book up, did not drop to a knee, squatted, picked it up, and then continue on walking.
She got power thighs.
It was like she does have actually.
She got really good power thighs.
She got some thick, strong thighs. So I will not watch any of it, and I would totally cancel Disney Plus except for, God damn, she loves Frozen, Moana, and Cantu or whatever that's called. Yeah. She loves it, so I keep it anyway. But I can just pop on the original trilogy, the prequels. I won't watch that bullshit sequel trilogy that I mean, Disney Star Wars produces horseshit. You know why? Because the person leading it is a piece of crap. Until you get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, I will not watch one more stupid ass show. I even said I was going to watch Mandalorian Grogu. I won't go to the movie theater and watch that either because Dave Filoni has lost a lot of steam, in my opinion, too.
I'll let you know. I'm watching it.
Well,
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Andor 2.
This is going to become a...
it's going to be Brad's Star Wars Minute.
It's going to be the Netflix, Prime, Paramount, Max show. Because you know what's good? Dune Prophecy. That is freaking good.
You got to watch From.
So good, yeah. Oh, that's on MGM or something.
Yeah.
What do I look like? Good. I already have like so many streaming services. Like I'm going to do MGM Plus.
I will give you my login just to get you to watch that show.
But I'm canceling. If it wasn't now, I want to watch that Land. Oh, what's it called? Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh yeah, Landmine or something.
No, I think it's Landman. It's like a fixer for. I watched the trailer and then I've seen these clips all over the internet and everybody's raving about it. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to watch it. I was gonna cancel because I really don't watch football on Sundays anymore now that I'm married. I'm going to church.
Man,
God damn it.
I'll know you're a different man when you're like, all right, we're just gonna give a blessing to Kathleen Kennedy.
I'm going to church.
She's made in God's image.
I'm going to church to support my wife and my stepdaughter, and I'm not anti-church. I just go and I sit there and I support them and I do what I have to do for an hour on a Sunday, and then I'm out. Because I love my wife and I love my daughter and her sons, and they like that. Yeah. And so I'm not anti-church. I'm just not like, let me go to Sunday church every Sunday. I have no desire. So, but I haven't watched Paramount for football.
Yeah.
And like we watched something the other day. What did we watch? Oh, we watched the Transformers Prime, the newest one.
Transformers 1, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, man.
It was pretty good. And then we watched Dear Santa with Jack Black.
Oh, is that good?
I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be complete horseshit.
Yeah.
It was mildly entertaining. I would not say, oh man, you got to watch it, dude. But I'd say if you're looking for something that's a little different holiday movie.
All right, Dear Santa or Red One?
Red One.
Okay.
But Dear Santa is like on streaming.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Red One is not.
Red One will be on streaming soon.
Not till after the holidays.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
have faith in Netflix.
It's still like number 6 or 7 on the box office. It still made $12 million last week.
Go Rock.
Yeah. So anyway, Red One was good. I saw it. I saw the 2 movies I've seen recently are Red One. I went and saw it opening day because I'm a big Christmas guy, and I thought it was good. Is it a movie you write home about and tell everybody you got to go see? No, but if you like Christmas movies that have a little bit of action and fun and comedy, have some good heartfelt moments, I thought it was good. Was it the Santa Claus or the Santa Claus 2 or Elf or Fred Claus or any of those great movies for Christmases? No, but it was pretty good. I'll watch it again. For Christmas is great. So I liked it, and I saw Venom: Last Dance.
Yeah,
pretty good. It's better than the second one.
Out of 5 kettlebells, what would you give it? 3.5?
No. I'm going 2.5 or 3.
Okay.
When I say it's pretty good, it's because it was better than part 2, which I would give 1.
Solid, but not.
It's not something I would tell you. I tell you wait till it comes out in a streaming service.
Yeah.
But stepson wanted to see it. He was in town, so we went and saw it. That was his request. What do you want to do when you come? I want to see Venom: Last Dance. It was still at the movie theater, so we went and saw it on Thanksgiving night.
You're a good dad / stepdad.
Yeah. I could take it or leave it because I thought the first Venom was really good. I thought the second Venom completely blew. I give it 1 star. Did not like it. But then I thought this one was much better. So had 2 actors from Ted Lasso in it.
There you go.
Keely and what's the Mexican guy?
Ball is Life guy?
Ball is Life, yes. Soccer is Life, whatever. So that he plays the bartender, and Keely plays the scientist, and so I really liked that aspect of it. If they had actually a few more characters from Ted Lasso, it would have made it even better. So I recommend seeing it, but I don't recommend paying any money for it. Wait till it comes out on a streaming service that you already have.
I saw 2 popular movies.
Don't tell me about Wicked. Let's not even talk about Wicked.
Everything
that's wrong with Hollywood is right there. I won't watch it from the. You know what? You know how they do these press tours and they want to get people hyped up about watching it?
Yeah.
I would have watched it before I saw some of those interviews with Ariana Grande and whatever the black lesbian lady who thinks that the whole world revolves around minorities that
with the nose ring
has the nose ring in it, and that we should care more because she's a black lesbian with a nose ring. I don't care. I don't care if you're Ariana Grande. It looks like she's starving herself, and I don't care if you're this girl. I don't want to hear about all the I'm gay and I'm this. Is your movie good or not? You know,
you like 3-hour musicals that only tell half the story. Wicked is
I've seen the play
for you.
I've seen the play. You know what? I would have watched the movie too until I saw those interviews they did, and I just about puked when I saw them. And I said, I will never watch this because of your interviews. Maybe you should just put the movie out and put trailers out and not have the actors do interviews when they're complete pieces of trash. They alienated basically probably half the population by either espousing a bunch of Hollywood woke beliefs or just they were real not very appealing people, human beings.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't want to sit and have a drink with either of them.
I wish I was fired up as you
I could toss Ariana Grande off a cliff, and I could toss whatever the other girl's name is who plays the Wicked Witch. I don't care. I would have went and saw the movie because I thought the story was mildly interesting when I saw the play. I thought I saw a trailer to it, and I go, oh, that looks pretty good. I might watch that one. I probably want to go to the movie theater and watch it, but I might watch it when it comes to the stream service. After their interviews, holy crap, I have no desire to see it whatsoever. I boycotted after those interviews.
Well, let me tell you.
And what was the other movie you watched?
Well, I'm not done with Wicked. Because my daughter is so into Wicked. And we were there, packed. It was like me and 3 other dads. We all made eye contact. We all had that look of despair of like, Hold on, buddy.
Are these dads you knew, or
no? Just just made random eye contact. We're looking around, kind of glanced at this other dad, and he looked at me.
It's like the Santa Claus.
Yeah,
he burns the turkey, and they go to Denny's, and all the dads are burn the turkey.
Yeah, we made eye contact. We're just like, here we go, and it was just 3 hours of pure feminine power punched in your face, and my daughter was in it, man. She was crying, she was laughing, she was thrilled. She's just the greatest thing ever. And I just was like, can we just have another song? At like 2 hours and like 25 minutes, I'm like, we got to be wrapping this up. I don't know how they're going to conclude all of this. I didn't know it was only a part one. And as soon as they sing the most popular song, and there were people singing it in the theater with them.
I hate that. Just shut the fuck up and let them sing on the screen. Do I want to hear you dumbasses singing in the theater?
Daughter was like almost standing up.
And you wonder why I don't go to the movie theater.
Yeah, she was standing up. She was so into it. And then it was like, oh, to be continued. And I was like, oh, my God, this means I'm going to have to go to part two. Oh.
Tell your wife to go to part two.
Yeah, I know. Oh, my gosh. Yes, I survived that. I wanted to get a shirt that says, I survived.
Oh, that's good. Part one. You should come out with those.
Yeah, like I survived it.
Oh, yeah.
But now we it's playing in our house nonstop. Oh. Like we got the soundtrack and it is just going on. And then me and we call ourselves the Tri-Dads. Oh. We went and saw Gladiator and
Tri-Dads. Sure doesn't the bi-dad.
Yes, we are the Tri-Dads. Thank you.
Triplets.
The three of us going in there, solid on the IMAX in Sacramento on the largest screen in Northern California.
I have all these visuals.
You know what? I don't need to.
Brad sealed up tight.
I did sit in the middle this time. But you know what we do? We make a day of it.
Okay. Do not call yourself the Tri-Dads.
We are the Tri-Dads.
I bet you're the only one that calls yourself.
No.
Do not call it. I mean, the visuals that come from you saying you're Tri-Dads is not.
Isn't your voice about done yet?
Holy shit! So I keep spraying this stuff on my throat.
It's like a day out from all the kids. We go to our Midtown and Sac. We hit a bar. We have a couple drinks. We eat some food. We get a good solid buzz. We go into the
porn theater.
We do Tri-Dad stuff. Hashtag Tri-Dads. And then
I think you can't get any gayer.
I can always find a new level.
I would say my gay friend Brad. He's married, but he's really.
I'm comfortable in my my heterosexualness. So we go there, and
I have gay friends that are less gay than you.
You know what? That's fine. We'll put them in a Tri-Dads.
The quad.
Yeah, we'll be quad dads. And we're sitting there, and it's like the most masculine movie we've ever been. And just like the dads who we met at Wicked, we gave the look of like, hold on. There was a lot of girlfriends there at this theater who were just looking like, oh my God, I can't believe we're not seeing Wicked again. They looked so annoyed, but all guys in the screen in this massive IMAX theater. You could smell the testosterone. Gladiator 2. Okay. And my
God. You should have said that. You should have led with it.
Do you like seeing Gladiator movies, Billy? We were saying that joke the whole night. It was fun. It was awesome. It was everything you wanted a Ridley Scott Gladiator movie to be. It was. We talked about it. This was like Rocky 3. Like if Gladiator was Rocky 2, this is Rocky 3. The same beats, you know. Spoilers. There's only like 8 people who listen to this continually. The other 100 or some that we're gaining, who knows? But when
we never do
Maximus
podcasts
comes out, like his son comes out wearing his dad's armor, and he accepts the weight of what he has become because he fights it the whole movie. He's like, I'm not his dad. He's not my dad. You're not my mom. I'm this other guy. and he picks up this dirt like his dad did, and he fights like his dad. And they're like, oh, that's the guy from Gladiator. Do you know the little long-haired, feminine prince boy in Gladiator 1?
Yeah.
That's Maximus's son. And that is the guy in this movie. That's Pedro Pascal. And so you have two good guys in this movie, and they're forced to fight each other in one of the major scenes. And when the one good guy sacrifices his life for the other good guy, then shit gets real. And like, I thought everyone was going to stand up and cheer when Maximus' son, I can't think of his name, comes running out and he's wearing his dad's armor, and like all the other gladiators, you're like, oh, he's returned, and like he runs out in the arena, and the arena is all like, oh. Yes, it was. You could smell the testosterone, and when it was over, we all clapped. All the guys were clapping, not the girls, the guys.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hold judgment because I haven't seen it, and I will watch it. I like the original Gladiator movie. Did it really need to be remade?
No, this is just.
Do we really need a sequel? I mean, it was so good.
Yeah.
I've heard some things about it from a couple other clients, and then I've watched reviewers review it. I heard the fight scenes are great.
They are great.
They spent a lot of money on the set.
A lot of money.
But the writing and the acting not so good.
Now, I take issue with that. Now, the only thing was weird is that you have these people who all kind of talk the same of like, I shall fight for you and for the honor of Rome. And then you have Denzel Washington be like, hey, man. Like, he's going, this is training day Denzel. Like, he is, I really thought he was going to be like, King Kong got nothing on me. Like, he was straight ghetto Denzel. And I'm like, he kind of doesn't fit the.
I don't think black people back then talked ghetto because they talked the same as everybody else. That's all they talked.
He was Denzel. Like, he was not playing a guy who was living in a time of like the Roman emperor, but he was playing Denzel thrown back into that time. That was the only thing that was a little jarring. But I tell you what's really good. Whatever you say about Ridley Scott, he writes the most horrible, mean, atrocious Caesars in cinema. Like, you thought that the Caesar guy in Gladiator 1 was pretty twisted. Wait till you see the two twins in this one. They made Joffrey from the Game of Thrones look like a normal kid. Like, these guys. It was good.
I heard the guy who played Maximus' son was a horrible actor.
He could have been, but he's like Maximus. He's not there to be.
Dude, Russell Crowe was like, what an actor.
Yeah.
He's acted in so many great things. And the way he played Maximus, come on.
It's the
same. I hear this new kid, like, it doesn't matter if something good, bad, horrible, devastating happens, he has the same facial expression every scene.
Well, that's the way yes, and then he plays that way because the whole movie he's only there for revenge. He's there because he is mad, and he's mad the whole movie. He's not what the movie is built around. It's built around more of Pedro Pascal's character and Denzel's character. Those are like the two big things, and Maximus' son, which I can't still think of his name, is just kind of like the hammer who's going to be it all together. I can't remember.
Minimus. We're going to call him Minimus.
Minimus. It was good. I loved it. I would give it 4 1/4 kettlebell out of 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I would give the first Gladiator.
Just remember, Brad is soft on his ratings.
I am. So look, I'm a sucker for it.
He probably gives Wicked 3 stars, 3 kettlebells.
Look, if I was a teenage girl, Wicked would have been 12 kettlebells out of 5. Jesus. As a dad who's not really into musicals, at least none that aren't like 80s hair bands.
You know what's crazy? I literally have nothing against Wicked. And I have nothing against the play or anything. It was those interviews are the most abhorrent thing I've ever. I sat there and I just, why would I want to watch these two in anything?
I could separate
I couldn't.
First of all, I don't watch any of the promos for any of that stuff, so I don't know. But I could separate the actors from their roles.
It's like the girl in The Acolyte when she came out and made diss videos against how much she turned people off in her interviews, and Leslie Headland turned people off for The Acolyte. It's the same stuff. I watched it and I went, oh, I'm not watching this at all.
Yeah.
You know? So,
hey.
So I will not be watching Wicked.
Years from now when they can't make your money. I will never
say never because I could get suckered into it one day by
your
11-year-old.
kids.
But she's like more of a tomboy. She doesn't like the girly stuff as much.
Your
she
daughter,
hates Taylor Swift. She hates
granddaughter.
It could be down the road, but not for. I will watch Gladiator too because I like those type of movies, even for just the fighting. But I hope it's as good as you say it is.
Oh, I loved it. Well, I mean, it won't be because you've had a whole movie spoiled for you. But watching it live, like when you figured out what was going on,
I don't even like. I
was
just
like,
I start watching it. I give everything an even chance, even if I heard it's complete shit. Because there's times where people will tell you a movie's complete shit, and I watch it and I go, "What the fuck are they talking about? This is really good," you know. So it could be really good. Brad also could be overselling it, and it could be crap because it didn't.
Could be.
It didn't do as well at the movie theaters they thought it would do.
Well, yes, it's doing better overseas.
Yeah,
but Wicked and Moana 2 crushed it.
Yeah, Moana 2. I heard from multiple people now.
Yeah,
that it's really good.
Yeah.
If my granddaughter was just a little bit older, we might even take her to the movie theater. But she has about another year before we start taking her to the movie theater.
Now I will take my kids to see it probably this weekend. But can't be worse than Wicked, so I'll be happy. Like I know there's songs in it, but it's not going to be 3 hours of musicals about girls and
some of the songs are like Frozen and Frozen 2. Those are bangers. I mean, there's a lot of good. There's songs that I literally will walk around now because I've watched them so many times over the last 11 months.
They get in your head.
I can sit here and like regurgitate most of the soundtrack, I'm sure, because you watch it over and over again because that's what my granddaughter likes to go to sleep to now.
Yeah.
In Cantu, I never watched it. It was pretty good. I never watched Moana until like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And so now I've watched Moana and I like it. And it's pretty good. It's whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they're animated Disney shows, but for the quality is really good.
So. It is. I am full on in Wicked hell because my daughter is just totally.
So let me get back to Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
I won't watch any of that shit anymore until they get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. But with that being said, my goal was to read all the books that were pre-Disney and also some of them that
except for comics.
That were Disney, that were licensed by Disney Star Wars. But I've read so many this year. I've read 38 books. Right now I'm reading or listening on Audible, Tom Selleck's autobiography.
Can't wait for the Tom Selleck episode.
It's so good to start off. And he reads it himself.
Oh, it's even better.
And he's like, at first you're like, have to get used to him reading it because he's a little slower of a reader than some like the Star Wars ones are like painting these pictures. He's telling his life story. So he's just like going through it at a slow pace. But it is interesting. Do you know that he was a scholarship athlete at USC?
I did. I did know. That's one of the few things
I knew he was, but I didn't like. He talks about
wasn't it baseball?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball. That I did know.
Yeah, played against John Wooden teams.
Yeah,
Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Walton. He played against those teams. Although he was on the bench a lot, he did say. But he goes when we ran scout team. He goes, I played Lou Alcindor.
Oh,
like for the scout team for USC, you know, because he was the tallest guy on the bench.
He's what, 6'4", 6'5"?
So, but he's real long too. You know, like you remember in Magnum, he has a really long arm and legs and stuff. But right now we're just getting down to where Fox signed him to his first kind of development deal where they train him how to be an actor and stuff.
I can't wait for you to tell me about him and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'm telling you, I'm a huge Tom Selleck fan. He's one of my favorite of all time. Magnum P.I. is my favorite TV show of all time.
Living the dream.
And then I loved a lot of his movies. Quigley Down Under, one of my all-time favorites. High Road to China.
That's the one. High Road to China.
High Road to China is really good. Lassiter was really good. Yep. I wasn't a big Blue Bloods fan. I just could never really I watched a few episodes and it's really good, but I just couldn't get into it. And I think it was on at a time where I just was not Friday nights when I was busy doing other stuff.
What was the movie where it was Tom Selleck somewhere set in the future against Gene Simmons and these little robotic spiders?
Lassiter.
That's what Lassiter was? Okay. I love that movie too. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, so
he was the pinnacle of cool. And I remember watching Magnum PI, and even at that age, thinking he has the best job in the world. I mean, he's in Hawaii.
Filming in Hawaii.
Driving the sports car.
Yeah.
Wearing a flowered shirt and little short shorts.
Hot chicks everywhere.
Hot chicks, bikinis. I'm like, the dude is living the man stream. And he had that mustache at the time. We're like, that is the coolest mustache.
He was in Vietnam Special Forces.
Yes. I mean, he was just the ultimate man's man. Only Tom Selleck could have that mustache in the shorts that are 2 inches below his
and that
nuts.
shit-eating grin that he would give.
Yes.
He knew something you didn't, and you wish you knew it. He was. And I would always say, he always say,
man crush.
This little voice in the back of my head, that little voice is telling me. I always would tell me, a little voice is telling me I do the same thing. Yeah. I love Magnum PI. It was my favorite show, literally hands down. Yeah. If you asked me what was your favorite show, especially back then, you see all the Game of Thrones, Yellowstone, all the other big shows that were done on, but for a TV network in the 80s.
Yeah.
Holy crap. What a great, well-written show. Stephen J. Belsario.
Yeah.
What a dog. I love that. But anyway, I'm really excited about that book. But to get back to Star Wars.
Oh, sorry. Back. Let's hear it.
The last two I've read were Shatterpoint, which is basically a story of Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Very good. At first, I was a little suspicious of it because it's kind of in first person.
Yeah.
Jedi I read, which was first person of Luke Skywalker. And then the one right before that. What was the one right before that? I read another one right before that I thought was the best of the three. But there's so many good books out there. I've said this over and over again that I do not need Disney Star Wars. I can read these books and I know what happens in the future. And whatever bastardized trilogy they come out with, that's a horrible piece of shit because Kathleen Kennedy's going to be involved. And I guarantee you it'll be a piece of shit because they don't learn their lessons. So until Disney fires her and gets somebody in there who wants to do Star Wars, real George Lucas Star Wars, not Disney Star Wars, not woke shit, not there's women Jedi that are badasses in the books. Let's do that. If you want to be woke and have women in charge of stuff, there's some badass. Teal Shan was the Grand Master of the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Total badass. Why don't you scrap that trilogy and do a trilogy in the Old Republic then? You have all that background information you already have sitting right at your hands too.
Yeah.
Don't make a new trilogy and write something garbage. And then you're going to pull little pieces from the books. This character from the books, this storyline from the books. You're going to pull them, but we're all going to know what you did. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take those to get. Who's our boy, our writer?
Delaney? Oh no, Timothy Zahn.
You take Timothy Zahn. You put him in the writing room. You get him to screenplay a whole Thrawn trilogy, a whole trilogy of Heir to the Empire, not the shit that from Ahsoka. You can merge that kind of together and you start getting real movies that are good. Or the Thrawn Ascendancy. You could do a trilogy of the Thrawn Ascendancy. It has nothing to do with the Skywalkers, right?
Yeah.
And you could if you don't want to do Luke Skywalker, Rey Palpatine Skywalker, if you don't want to do these things, there's so much you could do. You could go back in time.
Yep.
Just don't let people like Leslie Headland do stuff. Don't let Kathleen Kennedy make another decision about Star Wars. If you're part of the Disney board, you're a knucklehead to let her do anything. She's a failure. The worst head of any studio out there. She has a track record of a complete bullshit, but you keep her on, and people like me are not going to watch anymore, and we're the ones that spend the money. That 20-year-old idiot that thinks the sequel trilogy was good because they never read a book, they hardly watched the original trilogy. Oh, it's not nearly as sci-fi and special effects as good as the new stuff. Trust me, those movies have heart in the story and they're good, and they still, for what they had the ability to do back then with models and all that stuff, still hold up. you got to stop listening to people that aren't spending the money. You got to stop listening to the people that don't have a passion for it. Those people, the few people that watch The Acolyte, basically the 5% of Star Wars fans that jumped up and down said how great The Acolyte is. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground about what a good story, good production value of anything is. Leslie Headland was horrible. The actors were horrible. It was complete shit. And now we're going to get a trilogy series of that. I don't care who Simon Kinberg is. I don't care. If it isn't George Lucas writing it, I don't want to hear about it. Or a George Lucas acolyte, somebody who knows. I'm even wondering if Dave Filoni's a George Lucas acolyte with all the crap he's put out. He's going to have to prove himself. There's not one person I trust at Disney Star Wars.
I'm still a Filoni fan.
This guy is. I like some of the stuff he did. When he starts talking about Star Wars, I like some. But look at what he's done.
Well, he just finished production and filming the movie, and now he is knee deep in writing Ahsoka 2, season 2.
I don't know.
Which I'll watch.
They may not be good at all.
Hey.
I'll let you watch them.
I'll tell you.
And I have no faith.
Yeah.
And so I've lost all my faith, so I'm not going to watch any Disney Star Wars shit. Skeleton Crew, it may be amazing. You can do that. That's how I look at it. But anyway, books are great. I'm pretty much done. There's like 3 or 4 that I could read, but I have no desire, like The Courtship of Princess Leia. One that has Chancellor Valorum on the cover and Qui-Gon Jinn's in it. I may read that one. But I'm starting to get to where I've read all the good shit.
Now you got to go to the comics.
Maybe, but because I sure the hell ain't going to do any more. I have no High Republic books. Those were not horrible, but they're not nearly as good as the older books. So I may have to start going back and rereading some of the old ones.
I'll get
you I read like almost all the Rogue Squadron books back in the day. I may go back and reread those. But there's other stuff out there. Like I'm going to start reading some other Timothy Zahn sci-fi books and stuff too. But Disney Star Wars, there you go.
Is that a bird flying?
Get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, for Christ's sakes. Get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, and maybe you can coax us back with some good production.
I just wish,
if they fire her today, I'll watch The Skeleton Crew.
Well, that's not going to happen.
If they fire her tomorrow or next month or 2 months from now, I'll watch Mandalorian and Grogu.
I just don't understand, like the 3D, like video game arts, like when you watch the Old Republic battle scenes and stuff like that. I'm like, just give Ubisoft, be like, look, you guys have like half a movie already. Just go ahead and finish it. Just let them do it. Oh, so good.
But they won't, because this is what Disney Star Wars, they don't want to take anything wholeheartedly from Legends. They pick and choose characters.
I know.
They pick and choose a storyline. And it's so infuriating. I mean, it's one of those few things in life where I go, man, I really wish I would have did this, and this. And then I could like be working, and I have no desire to work in Hollywood. You know, like you could like offer me a job. If you offered me Kathleen Kennedy's job, I'll take it. You know, and I guarantee you
would print money.
Lucasfilms would blow up and be the greatest thing ever, because real Star Wars people that have a brain in their head who know what Star Wars is, and that's why I had so much faith in Dave Filoni. But we saw what happened with The Acolyte. He had his fingers in that too.
Did he though?
He had producer credits on it.
I don't know.
You want to know if I'm at Disney and they go, well, you're going to be an executive producer on this? I go, I'm not putting my name on that crap. You can take that and throw it the fuck out. Don't put my name on there. I don't want my name on The Acolyte. That was some of the biggest pile of shit that they've ever made of any movie studio.
We'll see. So, I saw Faith Filoni.
Anyway,
this is just.
I just had to get all that off my chest because it's been 6 weeks.
It's been a long time, even with the scratchy throat
and all the stuff that's been coming out with it. So how much time do you got?
I got about 10 more minutes.
God, you're soft.
I know.
You can't handle the long podcast. Even with my sore throat, I'm rolling hard.
Oh, he is rolling hard.
So, with the holidays coming up, I just had a lot of people talking about, I'm telling them about moderation. Get one plate of food. Don't overdo the desserts. We got these Christmas parties coming up. There's going to be a lot of stuff, alcohol, all these different things. Be moderate. I ate one plate of food and a little extra mashed potatoes and turkey at Thanksgiving. Very little calories. I didn't gain any weight. The other day, I was like putting my belt on. I go, holy crap, my belt's not as tight as it was. was like, Jesus. So you can do it. And during the holidays is that hard time. It's where everybody gains a bunch of weight. Don't do it. Get in and start training now. I'm taking a break at the end of the year, but you can get in and get a few hard weeks in, and then get in and get ready to be here at the start of the year. I don't have a lot of spots open.
Thank goodness.
You know, Mondays and Wednesdays, I have some spots open, but Tuesday, Thursdays, pretty much booked up.
Yeah.
Fridays, pretty much booked up. So if you want to get in and get scheduled now.
Now, people.
Now. And if you want to do fun stuff, I signed up for DecaFit May 3rd. I'm going to you can't lead a team through like a Spartan race where we all take off at the same time, but I'm going to lead a team to train for the DecaFit. So if you want help doing a DecaFit, it's going to be once a week, probably on a Saturday morning, and we'll be in training how to do the DecaFit and how to run it properly and the exercises, the right form to do exercises where you won't get penalized for doing stuff the wrong way, and then just getting used to running and doing an exercise, doing 30 step back lunges, and then taking off running. You know, you got to practice these things if you want to be good at them, or at least have a good time at them. So I will be doing that. That'll start March 1st. So I should be very dialed in fitness wise.
Look, man, I'm not a trainer. I just know that you lift with your back in strong jerking motions. Just nothing can go wrong. All right. Don't need to use the legs.
Yeah. This guy last night.
Lower back is all you need to.
This guy done none of squats last night. I had to what are you doing? You got to squat, dude.
Some of us are
keep your eyes looking at
yourself. Some of us are this tall. Uh-oh. Now he's going to do another 20 minutes. I'm going to go, and he'll do another 25 minutes of Kathleen Kennedy.
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
But so I'd like to discuss a few successes. So if you think that you can't lose weight, if you think that you can't succeed, this guy right here is one story, but he's old news.
I am old news. I used to be the golden child, and I've been replaced by Jeremy.
So I just had
screw you, Jeremy.
So I've been doing this almost 25 years. In February it'll be 25 years. I just had my 6th 100-pound weight loss client, meaning they started with me and lost 100 pounds with me. Meaning I did the whole regime was done. I've had a lot of other people that lost 30 or 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then go, well, I need to get a trainer to keep progressing, and eventually lost well over 100 pounds, but they didn't do it with me start to finish.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people, they lose 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds. Brad with me, I think it was 88 pounds.
Currently 91.
So, but 100 pounds is a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
And so Jeremy lost all that with me. February 19th of 2024, he started.
Yeah.
2 days before Thanksgiving, we weighed in and he was at 104 pounds of weight loss.
For me to lose that much more weight, I'd have to be like 188.
Yeah. It can be done. And what I wanted to discuss is how he did it. You want to know how he did it, Brad?
I'm going to guess hard work, grit, and determination.
He listened to his trainer.
Pansy.
His trainer told him what to do, and he followed the instructions. And lo and behold, he lost 104 pounds in a shorter period of time than he thought it would take.
Yeah, losing 100 pounds in less than a year is amazing. Without surgery.
It was basically he did it in 9 months.
Yeah.
And no surgery, no medication, just clean eating the right amount of calories that I gave him. I gave him meal plans. I got him on factor meals. Yeah. So then he had a certain level of control over the calories, and I'd tell him, what to get, and he had certain serving sizes. Did his meal planning. He worked out with me 2 days a week, and I told him what to do when he wasn't with me.
Yeah.
104 pounds. You too can do that. Maybe you don't have 104 pounds to lose, but if you have 40 to lose, you too can do it. Anybody can do it if they want to have some discipline, they want to follow instruction from a trainer, and they want to do some hard work. because that's all it is. You don't have to get your stomach banded. You don't have to get it stapled. You don't have to take Ozempic. You don't have to take Monrovia. You don't have to take any of this shit. Human gonobatrode. You don't have to take any of it. You can just do a lot of hard work and effort in time. It doesn't happen in 1 month. It doesn't happen in 2 months. It happened in 9 months for 100 pounds. But I've had people lose 30, 40 pounds in 3 months.
Yeah.
But they put a ton of effort and time into it.
Can I just mention one thing that you don't mention enough?
Yeah.
So losing weight and gaining muscle, 2 different things.
Yep.
If you take Ozempic or you get your stomach stable, you will lose weight. You could lose 100 pounds, but you're not going to be a muscular, fit-looking thin person. You're going to look like a fat, thin person.
Yep.
Losing 104 pounds and gaining strength like me and Jeremy did is something that you really need a trainer for, because anybody technically could just lose weight. I mean, it's just don't eat. But to lose weight, keep muscle mass, and gain strength while losing weight, so you're not just a big hunk of skin and you look like you're starving, is what really here that sets Casey apart from like all this other stuff. I mean, I've seen people lose 150 to 200 pounds, and they look so unhealthy. I mean, they just very saggy. They just look like fat on bones instead of being way more fat, like there's no definition. There's nothing. But to lose weight and still keep muscle mass or gain strength while you do it is really hard and tricky. And that's where trainers really come in. And I don't think that you say that enough. I mean, that's what Jeremy did. Like he lost 100 pounds and guy looks strong. He doesn't look like he's starving. He doesn't look weak.
Yeah. He's stronger and can do more than when he came in.
Yeah. And that's hard to do. It's hard to lose an average of like 12 pounds a month or something like he was maintaining for 9 months and still have strength. Like if you're really going to slash your calories and drop that much weight, you just get tired. Yep. But to do that and still work out, it's awesome. So as much as I hate my nemesis, Jeremy, I'll give him credit.
He's not.
I know he's a nice guy. It's infuriating.
It's just because Brad's
infuriating.
There's a new champion in the gym.
I'm a bitter old man. I admit it. I've met Jeremy once. The sweetest guy, man. He was very nice. I got along great with him.
Yep.
He got cool tattoos. Way cooler than me. He should really sit here more than me. But he's
the big thing about weight loss is anybody can starve themselves, or let's say you're eating a ridiculous amount of calories and you just go, I'm going to lose weight. You can lose weight. You'll lose muscle mass too.
Yep.
You're not just going to go, I'm going to lose all this fat.
No.
It's not what's going to happen. You're going to lose everything. So you want to do weight training all the time. As you get older, like I have added 3 70-plus-year-old people in the last few months.
Yeah.
And guess what they all I just feel weak. I don't feel mobile. I want to be able to play with my grandkids, but I feel like I can't do that. I can't get up and down off the ground. So we're doing stuff to help build strength and muscle and weight training with them, and they have progress. I have somebody who could do 20 seconds of bench squats where you sit down on a bench and stand up.
Yeah.
And basically she did like 3 reps in 20 seconds, like real slow. Now she can sit with 5-pound weights in her hands, do like bench thrusters where she sits down on the bench, stands up, extends up. She can do 3 sets of those for 1 minute. And she's just turned 76 like a month ago.
Yeah. So there's no excuses.
There's no excuses. It's just you want to put the work in or you don't. If you don't come see me. If you want to take the easy way out, take Ozempic. If you want to take the easy way out, go do the shake diet. Go do the pineapple juice diet. There's ways to do all this stuff. You can lose weight, but it's not the healthy way. The healthy way is to work out, stay fit, keep muscle mass on your body. You look at somebody like Jeremy. He lost 104 pounds. Not all of it was fat.
No.
There's water weight that he lost, but he also lost muscle mass because guess what? He's not having to carry 104 pounds on his body.
Yeah.
41 inches of circumference he lost.
Yeah.
He no longer has to have big, bulky muscle. because he's no longer carrying 100 pounds. So he lost muscle mass too. But he can squat more, deadlift more, bench press more, do all this because he kept working out and kept muscle mass on his body and strengthened the muscle that he had because he wasn't working out at all when he came in. He also had pretty bad back issues. There was one time where he had to take 3 weeks off because he was doing a burpee and his back went out. Nothing wrong with his burpee. His form was great. He'd done burpees for 6 weeks, and that day he just did one, and he has, a slip disc in his back, and it hadn't given him hardly any problems since we started working out, and it messed him up, and it set him back for like 3 weeks. But you know what he did during those 3 weeks? He didn't eat a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And he didn't gain any weight. He just kind of stayed where he was at, and then once the back was better, he was back at working out, and we don't do burpees, but we do other stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't got back to burpees yet, but that's just because I'm trying to push him in other ways and not get him to that point. He can do burpees. He probably did 200, 300 burpees before he had that thing happen. Not that day, but I mean in other workouts. So it's all about managing your body, managing your health, and not just going one direction, meaning I walk and I eat really healthy. Well, great. You're going to lose a lot of muscle, though. Yep. And then you're going to be weaker. And then when you go to pick that bag of groceries up and you can't lift it up past your waist and you want to put it on the counter, that's a problem.
Yep.
If you feel like you can't walk in a straight line because you're weak and off balance because your muscles are all deteriorating, that's a problem as you get older. So there's a right way to do things and a wrong way. I believe in doing it the right, healthy way, and you don't have to spend all the money on the drugs and the surgeries and any of that stuff. You just spend money on me, and I will get you there. But you got to listen to me and do what I tell you to do and put in the hard work and be disciplined. That's it. End of show. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck Disney Star Wars. Do stuff the right way. Be healthy. Congratulations on your super.
And God bless our troops.
God bless our troops. God bless our new president and all the appointees. Right, Brad?
Look, I hope our president's good because I want our country good.
Hell yeah. America, fuck yeah.